Hello and welcome to Alchemy 101. I'm Professor Violet. In my video about alchemy passives, I kept mentioning power leveling your alchemy. So in today's class, I'm going to show you how to power level alchemy in about 20 minutes or less. With that said, before you can begin power leveling, you will most likely have to spend several hours preparing your character. So what I've done is timestamp this video so that those of you who have what you need can skip over sections that don't pertain to you. Before I get into how to power level, I want to talk a little bit about why you should or shouldn't power level, because it's not something that's required. It's a personal choice. If you are a very casual player or just play the game to quest and learn about the lore of ESO, then there's really no need to power level. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how I started in ESO 5 years ago. You can power level any crafting profession at any point in your crafting journey. I didn't get serious about crafting until about 2 years ago when I decided I wanted to get into endgame content and also start selling to traders. If you want to get into endgame PvE or PvP, or you want to try to make some gold at traders and want to get to that point fast, then you want to power level. If you are unsure, I recommend watching my video, A Guide to Alchemy Passives, where I go into detail about each passive ability in the alchemy skill line. It may help you make a decision about whether or not you want or need to power level. The link is in the description box below. As I said a few minutes ago, there is some prep work you need to do in order to power level in 20 minutes or less. I'm going to give you this list in a particular order. However, you can actually do them in any order you want. Once you've done everything, then you can begin power leveling. The first thing you need to do is get certified in alchemy by speaking to Danel Teleno in your faction city and completing his 2 quests. I have a video on Alchemy Certification, and I have provided the link in the description box below. After you've been certified, you need to make sure you have 7 unused skill points. If you don't have any unused skill points, or you're short a few, then I recommend farming for Skyshards. Why? Because 3 Skyshards will give you 1 skill point. The best place to farm Skyshards are on the larger maps like Glenumbra, Auridon, and Stonefalls that are open for everyone no matter what faction you are. All the large maps in ESO contain 16 Skyshards, with the exception of Cyrodiil that has, I don't know how many, but way more than that. 6 of the Skyshards in these maps are in delves, and 1 in a public dungeon. The rest are out in the open and pretty easy to get to. I do recommend going into the delves and public dungeons to absorb those Skyshards, because as you go through them, you will have to kill enemy NPCs and mobs. By doing that, you will gain XP, which will level you up faster, and as you level up, you gain skill points, which means less Skyshards for you to farm for your power leveling. This whole process should only take about an hour if you stay focused and don't get distracted by other things like completing quests, helping friends or guildmates, and farming crafting mats. I also recommend asking a friend or guildmates to help you farm Skyshards. The final step in preparing to power level is to gather the necessary crafting mats. For reagents, you'll need 232 Scrib jelly and 232 spider eggs. For your solvents, you'll need 19 ichor, 37 slime, 44 gall, 55 terebinthine, 59 pitch bile, 9 tar black, and 9 night oil. I want to discuss gathering the crafting materials you need to power level your alchemy. There are 3 ways to gather the shopping list of reagents and solvents I gave you. You can ask friends and guildmates, you can buy them through the many traders around Tamriel, or you can farm them. Your friends may give them to you for free. Guildmates, well, that could be a toss-up because some may give it to you for free, or some may even charge you a small fee. The traders will cost a lot of gold that you may or may not have access to. However, farming is free. It will cost you time, but the reagents and solvents are free. You can also make some gold from the loot you'll get when you're farming. I'm going to start with the reagents you need, which are Scrib jelly and spider eggs, because they are the easiest to get. For those of you who don't know, Scrib jelly comes from Kwama, and spider eggs come from spiders. I'm not going to go into too much detail about farming Scrib jelly and spider eggs because I did make videos on how to farm them, and you can find the links to both videos in the description below. For your solvents, my best recommendation is to purchase it from guild traders or get it from friends or guild mates because farming for each one is dependent on your skill level. It's fairly inexpensive, and after farming for Scrib jelly and spider eggs, you should have collected plenty of gold to buy the solvents. You can use the Tamriel Trade Center website or add-on to look for the best prices. I'll link the website in the description box below. Once you've gotten your Alchemy Certification, gathered the necessary crafting materials, and have the 7 unused skill points, you are ready to power level. When you get to an alchemy station, the first thing you want to do is add your reagents, because these are the 2 items that will remain the same throughout the entire process. So, with that said, we will add the Scrib jelly and the spider eggs. Next, you want to add your solvent, and the first solvent you'll be using is ichor. After you add it, you mix it with your reagents, and voila! You've just created Gradual Health Drain Poison 2, and you've discovered 2 traits. You've also reached level 3 in your alchemy. Now your goal is to get to level 10, and in order to do that, you need to craft 18 more Gradual Health Drain Poison 2. Now watch those levels rise. Once you've reached level 10, you want to invest your first skill point into solvent proficiency in the alchemy skill line. The next solvent you want to use is slime. You'll want to craft 37 Gradual Health Drain Poison 3 to get to level 20. Once you do that, you go back into your skill tree to invest another skill point into solvent proficiency to get it to rank 3. Go back to the alchemy station and add your third solvent, which will be gall. You'll need to craft 44 Gradual Health Drain Poison 4 to get to level 30. Go back into your skill tree to invest another skill point into solvent proficiency to get it to rank 4. Go back to the alchemy station and add your fourth solvent, which will be terebinthine. You'll need to craft 55 Gradual Health Drain Poison 5 to get to level 40. Go back into your skill tree to invest another skill point into solvent proficiency to get it to rank 5. Go back to the alchemy station and add your 5th solvent, which will be pitch bile. You'll need to craft 59 gradual health drain poison 6 to get to level 48. Go back into your skill tree to invest another skill point into solvent proficiency to get it to rank 6. Go back to the alchemy station and add your 6th solvent, which will be tar black. You'll need to craft 9 gradual health drain poison 7 to get to level 49. Go back into your skill tree to invest another skill point into your solvent proficiency to get it to rank 7. Go back to the alchemy station one final time and add your 7th and final solvent, which will be night oil. You'll need to craft 9 gradual health drain poison 8 to get to the final level, which is level 50. Congratulations! You are now a Master Alchemist. Now, don't forget to go back into your skill tree to invest the last skill point into solvent proficiency to get it to rank 8. If you happen to have additional skill points to use, you can use it in medicinal use or chemistry or whatever other passive you want. Again, I cannot stress enough to watch my video on alchemy passives before you do so. I have linked the video in the description box below. That is all for this class. If you have any questions, feel free to ask it in the comments section below, or feel free to look me up in-game and either send it to me by mail if I'm offline, or a whisper if I'm online. I hope you will join me in my next class. Until next time, be safe, be well, and take care. Class dismissed!